this morning. Today we are going to download this whole book from this Arabic server using a Python book scrapper. Then we are going to translate it into Swedish and put it into my book by the help of AI. I'm going to translate this book into Swedish, and then I'm going to use that new book in Swedish to be able to put it into the chapters of my book. Because when I built this book, I forgot that I wanted more information about this Arabic book. It's a very ancient Arabic book, and I found a site where they had a full book on the server. So I'm downloading it through a Python scrapper. Have you guys ever played Plant vs Zombies before? I think that Plant vs Zombies is a very great game. The name of this book that I'm downloading from this server, it is Kitāb Sirr al-Khalīqa. It means the secret knowledge about creation and the art of nature. It's a very cool book. It is associated with a very specific figure that I have been studying a lot. But the thing is that in Western knowledge about him, they talk about him as a archetype. But in the Eastern knowledge about him, they know him as an old sage that once lived on Earth. He was the one that brought knowledge about astrology and magic and other things to humans. He was a very intellectual man, a very smart man. He was like a scientist. There are so many books associated with him. There are many lost books written by him too. These books are pretty lost, like. But this book, Kitāb Sirr al-Khalīqa, is said to contain his knowledge that he has passed on. In Arabic, his name is Hermes al-Hakim. That means Hermes, the three golden wise. And the three parts of it is that he was a prophet, a philosopher, and a scientist. So he knew sciences, he knew about arts, he knew about God, he knew about he had his own promises. His prophecies really resonate with my kind of vision. Like when I saw him for my first time in my dream, 2018, I have been like stuck in getting to know more about him since that day. I have wanted to translate his work into Swedish for a long time. Like from my first dream that I had when I met him, he told me in my dream that there are these lost books that hold like the keys to like spiritual freedom and to break free, kind of. and there is like a holy mission on Earth. That this mission has been lost by the translations and by people wanting to have authority, people misunderstanding the works and people rewriting the works to favor them, for example. So he told me in this dream that I can find this knowledge. And he told me in the dream that he was going to guide me towards these books, towards revelation. And he has revealed to me many things. So, and when I first name that I stumbled upon when I was reading about him, it was Hermes Trismegistus. It's the Latin word, the Latin name for him. It's made of Latin letters and like words. So Hermes is the like Western tongue of Hermes. And I even think that Hermes means like the hidden. I'm not really sure, that is hypothetical. It is a statement from me. But so in my dream, when I met him for the first time, I was chased through 3 lives by a demon. And this demon, he had a long tail and he was very big. And he was walking around in a big city that was all trembled. This beast had destroyed the whole city. The sky was red of smoke, fire, and there were no human, no plants, nothing for as long as my eye could stretch. It was only me, the destroyed city, and this demon. And he was walking around, swinging his tail, brushing all the buildings, making some noise, but everything else was quiet. Not even the fires made any sound. And so I was in this city, and this beast, he saw me. From distance he saw me. It was like he, like, I don't know, like in an anime cartoon, like, you know, when it just switches the imagery to close up with the eyes, like he was having such a strong eye contact with me. And when he closed his eye contact with me, he started to run towards me very fast. And I got so scared that my heart was like pounding out of my chest. I felt like I'm going to die. I'm just going. I can't do anything but accept this. But something told me to rush. So I rushed away, and I took heed. I searched for cover, and I went into a place, and it was like I went into a room and I got reborn. Then this room spitted me out in the exact same wall 2 times. So I was first in the wall 1 time, I got into this room 2 times, and it spitted, no, 3 times, but the 2 first times it spitted me back out in the same wall, and I became smaller and weaker, and the city was bigger, and also the beast was bigger and stronger and smarter, and it took shorter period of time for this beast to see me and to start chasing me. And so 3 times this beast chased me. And the 3rd time I got sent into this room, then it spitted me out in a place of like harmony. Like there were people that were religious, and they did prayers in a specific order. They first thanked God for being saved upon the moment that they were there. And after that they had thanked God for being saved from that moment, and that they hadn't been slain by the beast. That they had only heard about this beast. They had never seen him in a physical form. But they were thankful, and they thanked God for being saved on that moment, even though they didn't know about the beast. And after that, they had like these runic stones with like runes, like symbols on them, like talismans. They had these stones, and they took it with their both hands, very precious. They were holding them very precious, like almost like kissing these talismans. And then they offered these talismans by placing the talismans in dirt, in the soil underneath some flowers. It was orchid flowers. So after that they had offered these stones, these talismans, the soil under the orchid flowers. They prayed. All of them prayed for different stuff. Some people, they prayed for success. All of them prayed for success. They did it for different like purposes, like success in business, success in family, success in relationships, stuff like that. But I was troubled because I had still the memory of being chased by this demon in these 3 past lives. So I was so curious just to know what the meaning of it was. Like why were I sent through these 3 lives, being chased by this demon, and then ending up here, where no one had even seen this beast, and everyone was in harmony, and like I was like a ghost here that didn't understand me. And so after I had prayed for the understanding of that, there came a wise man down from a hill. He was clothed in white, in a white robe, and he told me, in his hand he held a staff, and with this staff he pointed up towards the hill, towards the tower that was seen there, and he told me, go all the way up that tower, and you will find the answer for the question that you seek.
Says, how are you doing today?
I haven't noticed. Yeah, I'm talking about my book. So I'm just going to continue telling about this book. So, and then he told me that I was going to go up this tower. I got so curious. So I went up this tower because I had nothing to go on. I only knew that this man had told me to go up the tower to find the answer to the question. So I went all the way up this tower. Inside the top of the tower there was this circular room, and there were no lights inside of this tower, nor any windows, but I could still see. And then when I was there, a voice fell down on my shoulder and told me, turn away, there is nothing left, God is dead. But the thing is that with this voice I had some kind of remembrance. I knew who this voice was from. So I said, no, I don't believe you. I know who you are and I remember you.
Nora Fairy 01 says, what you're planning to make?
I don't hear you very well. I'm just going to continue talking about my book. So, yeah, I said, no, I don't believe you. Wait, I said, no, I remember you and I know who you are. You are God and I know it. Wait, I'm going to shut off this text to speech so I can talk about my book a bit. Wait. Do I have it there? So I said, no, you are God and I know it. I remember you and I know who you are. And then after I had said those words, it was like a golden gate behind me that got all lit up inside of this circular room up the tower. And after that, I went through this door, this big golden gate with a sun symbol on it. And I was traveling up the stairway of like white marble between the clouds in the sky. And I ended up with everything flashing, and then I was standing up on a cliff looking down a little village in a valley, and I saw a lake there. I saw men and women in harmony, and children playing, laughing. The women there, they wash their clothes in this river, this lake, and the men took care of the animals in pastures. And it was all summery, like it was very harmonious. There were no fear, there were no killing, there were no like trees cut down or anything. Everything was just like in my vision perfect. And then to my left side on this hill, on the cliff hill, like on the cliff of the hill where I was standing, on the left side of me I saw this tall man dressed in a white robe, having a long white beard and long white hair. He holded in his right hand a staff. And this man, he told me that he said, this is my plan. He said, this is what life is meant to be. You see here, there is only harmony. There is no fear. There is no war. There is nothing like that. This is eternal bliss, he told me. Here people understand each other and they understand themselves. They understand the origin of every place and everything. He told me that this vision is about to fall, and that there were demons trying to climb up this tower. They were trying to replace this vision by something else. And he told me that if that would happen, then God would ruin this tower leading up to this place. So he told me it would be a total separation between the material and the spiritual. I didn't understand how to describe it back then, but now I understand that he was talking about that this material world and the spiritual state of it would be separated, and that if this vision of what this was would be replaced by these demons, then the tower leading up to the spirit realm would be ceased to be, and that would be very devastating. would mean that when you die, you would not ascend. You would only be like matter reforming over and over and over again. And he told me that there are wisdom about this written in books, hidden for me to find, and he told me that I am capable of seeing the difference. He told me that I am capable of understanding which book is the true book and which one is the false book. And then he told me that now you see the mission, now you have to go back. You need to find this. You need to find a solution. But then I woke up, I wrote down this dream, and I drew a picture of this man that I had seen in the dream. I found it very interesting because around 4 months later, I was so like stuck on this dream. Like that dream really talked to me. Like it was so interesting to me, and it gave me hope because in that period I was suicidal. I was about to take my life. So that book helped me. Well, not the book. That dream that I had, and the motivation to find these books kept me alive. And it was somehow like when I woke up, then the day after that, after he had told me this, I was like cured from my suicidal thoughts. Like they were not present anymore. I didn't have any thought on taking my own life. I had been cutting my legs up like every day the past days, but after I had that dream, I just stopped. And yeah, I drew this man as I remembered him, with a long white beard and long white hair, and he was tall. I wrote that he was around 3 times as big as me, that his feet was 3 times as big as my feet, and that he had this white robe with a belt that he had woven out of wheat, and that he wears sandals, and he holded this staff. And so I drew that man. And the strange thing, as I said, is that around 3 to 4 months after I had this dream, I saw just randomly on YouTube it came up a video about a man called Hermes Trismegistus, and I looked at this man and I saw to myself, like straight out, that this is the man from my dream. And I got so curious. I just knew it, I felt it, like this is the exact man. And I clicked in on the video and it was talking about the emerald tablet. And it was talking about this man, that he passed on knowledge about how Earth was created, and that it talked about like the art, the science, and the philosophy behind creation. And I found it to be very interesting. And then I have been studying this man and his work since 2018. In the beginning it was very scattered, like, and it was very like I noticed that in my search you come to a point that you think that I have reached the top, but then you find another translation, another kept backup of his manuscripts in another language, and then you realize, well, this is bigger. Well, I guess I have found something hidden. But then you realize that there comes another greater translation, and then you find that there is one more book, and then you find that that book has a lot of different translations, and in the end you are so scattered with all these different translations, all these different books. Some books they mention that that there are only 3 books that are associated with this Hermes, and then there is another book stating that this book is written by him, and then you realize that that book is not mentioned in the other book, and then you find a new book and a new book and a new translation, and it's like scattered all around the whole world. But in between all of these books, as he told me in my dream, I'm capable of seeing which is the true ones, which ones are pure, which ones are talking with love, which ones are trying to help the humans. I could see which ones were misleading, I could see which ones were misunderstood, because I read all of them. I didn't just stop at one translation, at one of them. I read all of them. Now I understand that this character, this person that once lived, no one really remembers his true name, but he can be found in the names of both in Egypt, he can be found in Greece as Hermes, it can be found in Hellenistic traditions as Hermes Trismegistus, and he can be found in some other translations as Hermes Trismegistus. So Trismegistus and Trismegistus. And then there is also Arabic copies of his work that is a bit different and more detailed than the Western ones. And in those scriptures his name is Hermes al-Hakim, which means Hermes the three-folded wise. So what this three-folded thingy means, as I've said, it is that he was a prophet, he was the philosopher, and he was the scientist of creation. Like, a scientist didn't create something, scientist discovers something. So I'm not stating that this Hermes al-Hakim created the universe. I'm saying that he was the first that gave this knowledge to humans. That is what you can find about him if you read all the scriptures from Thoth, from Hermes, from Greece. If you read about Hermes Trismegistus and Trismegistus, and if you read about Hermes al-Hakim, you will find out that, and also you will find out that there were 3 different versions of Hermes. He was resurrected 3 times. First time, and this is based off the Islamic traditions, the first time that he was incarnated on earth, he was named Idris. And the second time he was resurrected as a scientist and maker of talismans in Egypt. And the third time he was resurrected into a life that I don't really know straight away right now, because I I have just recently started to read about him in the Islamic tradition, but I am very, very interested, like this here, the Kitāb Sirr al-Khalīqa. It is the first scripture about this. It is the first written scripture talking about his teachings. The original text from Hermes Trismegistus is in the name of Hermes al-Hakim, and it is found in Arabic. And what I'm doing right now in the background is that I'm downloading the whole book in Arabic from this Arabic server using a Python script, and it is finished. So actually right now I'm going to start looking at this. And I'm going to make Cloud analyze this text, and I will give it my book's source, and I will tell it to embed all the knowledge from this translated into Swedish into my book. So my book will be embedded with all the knowledge that is from Hermes al-Hakim. So let's see here. I don't know if this worked. This is the first time ever that I'm scraping pages from a website using Python. Seems like it worked. Let's see here. We can take this text here, translate it. Scholar, we said, he is a scholar because we saw that he created everything with power and knowledge, and he did not miss anything, and nothing was except that he created it and thought it all. We said, he knows what was before us and what is after us to no end. He knows the whole component and what is from it to the end of its expiration and annihilation, because he is the creator of the end and the annihilation of the immortal who has passed, and everything that was from the beginning that he created to the end of that he has decreed is carried out by his power and knowledge. Qadir, we said, Qadir, because we have not yet seen anything like his creation, nor has he given his gifts, because the gift indicates strength and ability, for he was able to give gifts. So we have inferred his power by his gift. We said giver, because we have seen him enter into some of the creations in others, and he increased his strength and gives him a gift from this and from this. So yeah, it is working. It is a very large book. So I'm going to translate all of this into Swedish, and I'm going to ask Cloud to embed this knowledge into my book. Let's see what it states here. I think this book is very interesting. Everything that Hermes al-Hakim has done is very interesting. I say that the power of the intellect has been formed in every person for the perfection of his nature, but its deeds are only for those who have knowledge and wisdom. Hence I said, the soul is pure, and it's free from pests, and it is the mineral of knowledge and wisdom, as long as it is absolute and has not been defiled by the body with its coarseness, and it accepts all knowledge and attracts it by its nature, because it's dry, and it dries up what is in its form of kindness, and it connects with it. If the body is overpowered by the abundance of substances that simply the body with food and desires, then the natures prevail over the soul, becomes it's thickened because it is against it, and it restricts it from accepting knowledge and quoting wisdom. For in his body man is like animals that have no knowledge, and because the head of man's nature is the soul, and the soul is pure and far from symptoms, then he should follow the virtues of the soul in wisdom and knowledge. And the desires for the body do not increase what I said, that the soul is better than the body, and that the soul uses the body and moves it, because if a person is alive, he moves by himself, and if he dwells from his moment, he dwells when he comes out of himself. This book is very, very interesting, and it's so interesting and fascinating that I have been guided to find this book, and that I have been given this mission to translate this book into Swedish so that people can understand it. It's very interesting. Let's see here, I have my book somewhere here. We'll just do like this. I can show you guys a little bit about Hermes al-Hakim. There is also another book called Ghayat al-Hakim. Picatrix in English, or Picatrix is Latin. This is the Gayat al-Hakim. Like, it looks a bit strange when you look at it, but you can read about it. As you can see here, Gayat al-Hakim wa-Ṣanʿat al-Natyatain bi al-Taqdim lit. It means the aim of the sage, the goal of the wise. It is very interesting, this book, but it's hard to find the original version of this in Arabic. There is one PDF that you can get your hands on in Arabic, but if you translate it, you will see that they are only like talking about 9/11, so that is very strange. I think that they have like hidden that text about 9/11 in the name of this book, but I'm not interested in that. I just want to find the real Gayat al-Hakim. So let's see. There is we say Idris. So this is not this guy. Hell. They like the Muslims, they have really taken over Islam for real. Let's see. There are like illustrations of Idris, but it's hard to find now when the Muslims have removed all of the images. So you can see there is this Khidr. You can see Khidr here. This is a illustration of Khidr. Khidr is a very wise man. He had contact with God based on Islamic scriptures in a way that not even Moses could understand. And then we have it's hard to find a image of a illustration of Hirmis al-Hakim, but if you read about him, there is descriptions. Okay, let's see. This will be very nice when it's finished. I will play some more Plant vs. Zombies in the background, and I will put on the text-to-speech again. So yeah, guys. This is a big step for me. And just so you guys know, this book, the Sirr al-Khalīqa, it is on the public domain. There is no one that owns the original scripture. The author of the original scripture is dead a long time ago, thousands of years ago. So by me using this original scripture and translating it, there is no problem with that. It is just very nice that it will be able to be understood in Swedish from now on. And I'm very happy that that I am the one that is working on it and that I'm finding this interesting. There are a lot of people trying to use the knowledge of Hermes to gain power and stuff like that. And I think that that is like what he told me in my dream, that these demons are trying to get up to replace this vision. I want this to be kept original. I want this to resonate with the original. And I have been very, very satisfied with what I have read so far about both these books in the Arabic original translation, and also about this man in the whole, like those scriptures that I have been taking part of, and that this has been pointing towards, like there is another man called Jilani. Jilani is another man, I can show you guys him. It's this guy here. Here's an illustration of Jilani. He is also he's a book writer that if you grasp the philosophy and the like science and art of Hermes, if you go into that kind of spirit, it will point towards certain people. And Jilani, he is one very good one. You guys can read about him here. I'm getting so much like allergic reactions right now because they have been outside cutting the grass today, and I had the window open. Let's see here. I want this. The oh yeah, about Hermes al-Hakim's appearance. We'll try to recreate him so you guys can see him. Something like this. Let's ask Gemini. Come on. I have to do like... This is so irritating. I can make it tell you about this in like text to speech.
Abdul Qadir Gilani, Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, also known as Ghaus Azam, Ghawth al-A'zam, or Sultan al-Awliya, King of the Saints, is one of the most revered Sufi saints in Islamic history. Basic information. You can look at the table in the conversation history. Early life and education. Abdul Qadir was born in the region of Gilan, in present-day Iran. His father passed away when he was young, and he was raised by his maternal grandfather. At the age of 18, he traveled to Baghdad, the center of Islamic learning at the time, to pursue religious studies. He studied Hanbali jurisprudence, fiqh, hadith, Arabic grammar and literature. He became a highly respected scholar in both Sharia, Islamic law, and Tasawwuf, Sufism. Spiritual journey. After completing his formal education, Abdul Qadir spent many years in seclusion and intense spiritual training in the deserts and ruins around Baghdad. He lived an extremely ascetic life, eating very little and spending long periods in worship and meditation. It is said that during this period he underwent severe spiritual trials and eventually attained the highest spiritual stations. He later emerged as a powerful preacher and spiritual guide. Teachings and legacy. Abdul Qadir Gilani emphasized strict adherence to Sharia, Islamic law, alongside Sufi spiritual practices, sincerity, humility, and service to humanity. The importance of both outer knowledge, ilm, and inner purification, tazkiyah. He was famous for his fearless preaching. He would openly criticize rulers and scholars when he saw injustice or hypocrisy. Thousands of people converted to Islam or repented through his lectures. Major works. Some of his well-known books include Al-Fath al-Rabbani, The Sublime Revelation, a collection of his discourses, Futuh al-Ghayb, Revelations of the Unseen, Sirr al-Asrar, The Secret of Secrets, Status in Sufism. He is considered one of the greatest Sufi masters of all time. The Qadiriyya order he founded became one of the largest and most influential Sufi orders in the world, spreading across the Middle East, South Asia, Africa, and Southeast Asia. Even today, millions of Muslims around the world revere him as Ghaus Azam and visit his shrine in Baghdad for blessings. Would you like me to tell you more about his miracles, karamat, his famous sayings or teachings, his physical appearance, as you asked earlier, or his connection to the Hermetic Sufi tradition? Just let me know.
Let's listen through this too. This can be very interesting for some people. I find this very interesting.
Miracles of Abdul Qadir Gilani, Ghaus-e-Azam. In Sufi tradition, the extraordinary events performed by saints are called karamat. These are not magic or personal power, but gifts from Allah, granted to his chosen servants. Abdul Qadir Gilani is especially famous for his many karamat, which are recorded in classical books such as Bajad al-Asrar, Khalā'id al-Jawahir, and Tabaqat al-Awliya. Here are some of his most well-known and widely narrated miracles. 1. The lion and the meat. While delivering a lecture in Baghdad, a hungry lion suddenly entered the gathering. Everyone became terrified. Abdul Qadir calmly took a piece of meat, walked up to the lion, and fed it with his own hand. The lion then peacefully left. This showed his complete trust in Allah and his spiritual authority over creation. 2. Saving the ship in the storm. A group of his disciples was traveling by ship when a violent storm arose, and the ship was about to sink. In their desperation, they called out, Ya Ghaus-e-Azam. Suddenly, they saw Abdul Qadir Gilani walking on the water toward the ship. He placed his hand on the ship and said, Do not fear, I am with you. The storm immediately calmed, and the ship reached the shore safely. 3. Bringing the dead back to life. There are several narrations of him reviving the dead. One famous incident involves a young man who had died. His mother brought the body to Abdul Qadir and begged for help. He prayed, and by Allah's permission, the young man came back to life. 4. The thief and the snakes. A thief once tried to steal gold from Abdul Qadir's house at night. When he put his hand into the bag, instead of gold, he found snakes and scorpions. Terrified, he screamed. Abdul Qadir came out, calmed him, gave him the gold as charity, and advised him to repent. The thief later became one of his devoted followers. 5. Light emerging from his chest. During a gathering of scholars and jurists in Baghdad, some of them secretly doubted his spiritual rank. Suddenly, a bright ray of light emerged from Abdul Qadir's chest and entered the heart of every person present. All of them fell into spiritual ecstasy, wajd, and repented for their doubts. 6. Instant travel, Ta'i el-Ard. He was known to travel great distances in a very short time, something called Ta'i el-Ard, folding of the earth. Many people reported seeing him in Baghdad and at the same time in distant cities like Mecca or Damascus. 7. The wine turned into honey. Some people once brought him a jar of wine, trying to test him. He placed his hand over it and prayed. When they opened the jar, it had turned into pure, sweet honey. 8. Protection in fire. During a fire in Baghdad, the house of one of his followers was burning. The man ran to Abdul Qadir crying. He told him to go back home. When the man returned, he found that his house was completely untouched by the fire, while the surrounding houses had burned down. Important note: these stories are part of the rich hagiographical tradition surrounding Ghaus-e-Azam. In Sufism, such miracles are never performed for show or personal glory. They serve to strengthen people's faith and show Allah's mercy through His saints. Would you like me to tell you more about any specific miracle in detail?
I'm gonna let you guys hear about this. I also have this on my YouTube. Show you. This is a very good study. It's on my other channel. If you guys ever heard about my other channel. This is my other channel. So here I have this playlist with esoterica. So this is the secrets of secrets.
This is the first in a series. The book is called the Sirr al-Asrar, the secret of secrets. It was written in Baghdad 900 years ago by Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, one of the most powerful Sufi masters who ever lived, called in his own lifetime the Sultan of the Friends of God. It has been translated and brought forward for you fresh. Jilani had a relationship with Khidr, the hidden guide who appears in the Quran walking alongside Moses, the one who comes when there is nowhere else to turn. There is something the Sufi tradition does not advertise. For centuries, seekers without a living teacher have turned to Jilani and found him present, speaking, correcting, walking with them. Few know this is possible. Dear friend, your heart is a polished mirror. You must wipe it clean of the dust that has gathered upon it, because it is destined to reflect the light of the divine secrets, the Asrar. When the light of the One who is Nur al-Samawati wal-Ard, the light of the heavens and the earth, begins to shine upon the regions of your heart, the lamp of the heart will be lit. The lamp of the heart sits within a glass, and the glass is as a brightly shining star. Then, within that heart, the lightning shaft of divine discovery strikes. The shaft comes from the thundercloud of meaning that is neither of the east nor of the west, lit from a blessed olive tree so pure, so transparent, that it sheds light though fire has not touched it. Then the lamp of wisdom, hikmah, is lit by itself. How can it remain unlit when the light of the divine secrets shines upon it? If even the light of the asrar falls on that heart, the night sky of secrets is lit with thousands of stars, and by the stars you find your way. It is not the stars that guide us, it is the light behind the stars. If only this lamp is kindled in your inner self, the rest will come. Some all at once, some a little at a time. You will know some of it already. Some I will tell you here. Read, listen, try to understand. The dark sky of unconsciousness will be lit by the divine presence and by the peace and beauty of the full moon, rising from the horizon, shedding light upon light. Nurun ala nur, ever rising, passing through its appointed stages until it shines in glory in the center of the sky, dispersing the darkness of heedlessness. By the night when it is still, by the glorious morning light, your night of unconsciousness will see the brightness of the day. Then you will breathe in the perfume of dhikr, remembrance. You will turn in tawbah, repentance, in the early hours of the morning for the life you spent in sleep. You will hear the songs of the morning nightingales and hear them say, "They were in the habit of sleeping but little by night, and in the hours of early dawn they were found praying for forgiveness." Allah guides to the light whomever Allah wills. Then you will see from the horizon of divine reason the sun of inner knowledge, Ma'rifah, rising. It is your private sun. You are the one whom the real has guided, and you will understand the secret. It is not given to the sun to catch up with the moon, nor can the night outstrip the day.
This is how your brothers and sisters are praying, on concrete floors with no windows in an
Each swims along in its appointed orbit. The knot will be untied. The veils, the hujub, will lift. The shells will shatter, revealing the fine beneath the coarse. The truth, al-Haqiqa, will uncover her face. All this will begin when the mirror of your heart is cleansed. The light of the asrar will fall upon it. If you are willing, if you ask for the one, from the one, with the one. All praise belongs to Al-Haq, the real, who is gracious and merciful, in whose essence all knowledge is gathered, and from whose existence the cause of every existence flows. The most valuable thing a human being can carry is hikmah, wisdom. Only with wisdom can we know the One. Only with wisdom can we follow those who have been sent to guide us. The wise are the pure servants whom Allah has chosen to receive the divine messages. They are the ones who stand closest, who carry what they have received, who speak to those who can hear. It is said, The holders of wisdom are the heirs of the prophets. The inhabitants of the heavens love them. The fishes in the seas praise them until the last day. It is said, those of God's servants who truly know are those who fear. Some of my students asked me to prepare a book that would be enough for them. In answer to their wish and their need, I have prepared this short one. May it heal them and you. I have called it Sirr al-Asrar fima yahtaju ilayhi al-Abrar, the secret of secrets of which the righteous are in need. In these pages, I divulge what is real within the path. Everyone needs this. Listen to what I am telling you. The first thing Allah created from the light of the divine manifestation itself was the primordial soul, the first light. In a hadith Qudsi, a saying preserved from the real, the One speaks. I created the primordial soul from the light of my own manifestation. The first light is called by many names. It is called Nur, light, because it was purified of the darkness hidden beneath the attribute of the divine might, Jalal. It is called Aqlul Kull, the total intellect, because it saw and understood everything. It is called al-Kalam, the pen, because it spread wisdom and poured knowledge into the realm of letters. The first light is the essence of all beings. It is the beginning. It is the reality of the universe. From the first light, Allah created all souls in the realm of first creation, in the best of forms. The first light is the name of all humanity in Alam al-Arwah, the realm of souls. It is the source. It is the home of each and everything. 4,000 years after the creation of the first light, Allah created the heavenly throne, Al-Arsh, from the eye of that light. From the throne, Allah created the rest of creation. Then the souls were sent to descend. We made him descend to the lowest of the low.
I am here in a nutrition center in South Sudan, witnessing children weak from illness.
The souls were sent from where they were created, from Alam al-Lahut, the ultimate realm where the divine essence manifests, the realm of unity of absolute being, down through the realm of the divine names, through the realm of causal intelligence and the total soul. In that realm, Allah clothed the souls in robes of light, and they were called the Sultan souls. Clothed in light, they descended further to the realm of the angels. There, Allah dressed them in brilliant robes, and they became spiritual souls. Then they descended again into the world of matter, of water and fire, earth and ether, and became human souls. And from that world, Allah created the bodies of flesh. From it we created you, and into it we shall return you, and from it raise you a second time. Then Allah commanded the souls to enter into their bodies, and by the divine will they entered. When I have completed him and breathed into him of my own soul, fall down before him. A time came when these souls began to bind themselves to the flesh. They forgot their source. They forgot their covenant, al-Mithaq. They forgot that when Allah created them in the realm of souls, the One had asked them, Alastu bi Rabbikum, am I not your Lord? And they had answered, Bala, indeed. They forgot their promise. They forgot where they came from. They forgot the way home. But Allah is merciful, the source of help and security for everything Allah makes. Seeing what had happened, the One had mercy. The One sent books. The One sent messengers. The One sent teachers to remind the souls of where they came from. And we sent Moses with our messages, saying, Bring forth the people from darkness into light, and remind them of the days of God, meaning, remind the souls of the days when they were in union with the One. Many teachers have come into this world. They did their work, they passed away. And those who remembered, those who turned, those who wanted to return, they have always been fewer than few. With every generation, the number thins. Then there came the one whose work was to wake the sleeping heart itself. Muhammad, al-Khatam, the last of the messengers, the beloved, the mercy to all the worlds. The first light wearing the face of a man. He was sent into a world gone quiet, to open the eyes of the hearts of the heedless, to wake the souls from the sleep of ghafla, unconsciousness, and to bring them back to the eternal beauty, to the cause, to the essence of the real. Say, this is my way. I call to Allah with the certainty of insight, I and those who follow me. The insight he spoke of, Basira, comes from the eye of the soul. This eye opens in the heart's heart of those who are close to Allah, who are awliya, the friends of the real. All the knowledge in the material world will not give you this sight. What is needed is a knowledge that overflows from the divine consciousness itself, whom we had taught knowledge from our divine presence. This is ilm laduni, knowledge from the divine presence. What you need is to find those whose eyes are open. Let them inspire you. A teacher who pours this knowledge into you must be someone close to the real, someone who can see into the ultimate realm.
Here is how imposter syndrome makes high IQ men never finish what they start.
Children of Adam, brothers and sisters, wake up. Repent, tubu, for through Tawbah you will be asking the One for hikmah. Make the effort, strive, hasten to the forgiveness of your Lord, and to a garden as wide as the heavens and the earth, prepared for those who This is the prepared for those who love and fear, who give in ease and in hardship, who restrain their anger, who pardon others. Enter the path, the Tariqa. Join the caravan that is moving toward home. Soon the road will become impassable, and no traveling companion will be left. We did not come to this base world to rest. We were not sent here to eat, drink, and defecate. The beloved is pained seeing what you have become. He knew what would come when he said, "My pain is for my beloved people who will come in later times." That was the opening of the Sirr al-Asrar, the secret of secrets. In the next chapter, Jilani opens the geography of your own soul. The two selves living in one body, the three homes a soul can reach, the hidden friends of the real, walking among ordinary people, and the one who has brought himself to nothing. After that, the metaphysics deepens, some of the deepest the tradition holds, and it only goes deeper from there. Subscribe so the next chapter finds you. Read it, listen, watch the series unfold, as if Jilani came to help you directly.
Yeah, so that is the chapter. That was the chapter 1 of this. You guys can go on to the channel here, Spiritual Relief, and find the second chapter if you want. Or you can go on to my other channel, the Arkan, and on this channel you can find it if you go into playlists and Esoterica. I have only these 2 chapters here. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this, you can read more about it. Also, I'm going to tell you guys that, yeah, so all of this text here from all these 507 pages in Arabic has now been understood by the AI, and the AI has structured or restructured my book so it contains up till 9 new chapters, I think. Yes. And it says that it will now work on the counterfixes, and I'm out of credits, so I will have to wait until 2:50 p.m. Right now it's 11:40 a.m. so it's not p.m. yet. So what I will do now is that I will close this and I will play some Plant vs. Zombies, I guess. We can talk a little bit about this. You know, I find it very interesting with Jilani, Hermes al-Hakim, and also some of the Western translations of Hermes' life. But the thing is that I have noticed that in Western scriptures, it's like, how should I say it? It's like the Western colonies has been like out trying to steal information from the East, and like there have been many people in the West trying to say like, oh, I invented the wheel, I invented electricity, like stuff like that. But when you start to read more about older scriptures, you see that knowledge has been for many years, and it has been lost by some civilizations when they have collapsed, when they have been re-established. And now also if we think about it with the AI, like AI was something we discovered. It is something that can be recreated in laboratory settings. You can recreate AI. So that means that we have not created it, we have discovered it. We have discovered the possibility of the AI and we are currently using it. That is what we have done, we have not created it. So by understanding that, we can also understand that this possibility that AI can exist is pointing towards that there must be more civilized beings in the creation. There is, like, if we think about it, in a time that has no borders, it doesn't have any start, not an end, there is no border up and there is no border down. The ether, the space that everything is flying around within, it has no border. Like some scientists, they say, well, it's expanding. But I don't say that it's expanding. I can think that, yes, I can see that a Big Bang could have happened in this space. But still, for the Big Bang, for the explosion to happen, it must have happened in some kind of container, some kind of space. What is that is outside making the contrast? When you look at the Big Bang, what do you see? You see a big explosion in a black background. So what is this black background? What is the real space that things are created within? Is that really something that has a border? Or is that something that has no border and that is infinite and infinite in potential? I think so. Like, and with the possibility of AI existing, it must mean that in this space that is infinite in different scales even, like we have the microbiology, we have the biology, and we have the macrobiology, and then at one point the macrobiology becomes the microbiology of something biological that is part of something even more macrobiological. So it's like layers upon layers upon layers with no end. And if you think about that, also that everything is existent within something bigger, and everything bigger is part of something that is made out of something that is smaller, and the variations of everything is infinite. There is no exact numbers that can say that there is only 4 types of shapes. Like if we take a hexagram, a pentagram, or any shape like a star shape, the more triangles we add in, it means that we have a new shape. And how many triangles can you add? You can add how many there is infinite amount of triangles that you can add. So there are infinite amounts of shapes. So this means that with the infinite potential of variation, the infinite amount of space that it can be contained within, and the infinite amount of time, and the infinite amount of scale that it can exist on, it means that everything that we develop, everything that we can think of, is something that is already existent. And it's something that we are discovering, something that we can bring into existence here, but it's still taken from existence. It is just because we get the thought of something new doesn't mean that it's something new. what it is in reality is that it is something from existence that we have discovered from within existence. So from existence to existence, from one position to another position, we can see and think of things from another position, and we can create it in a new position. So I think that this is very interesting to think of, that there are indeed more intelligent creatures than us, and there have been more intelligent creatures before us, and there will be after us, and there are right now more intelligent creatures than us, and also we, our creature, the human, has been in stages where it has been more intelligent, less intelligent. The formulation of the human being is probably being on another planet too, and probably is right now. Like with this understanding, you realize that there is actually nothing that you need to do. If you fail or if you will succeed with it, doesn't matter, because there are infinite potential. And there is infinite amount of space. And there is infinite amount of time. Your body will live for around 60 to 80 years maybe. But what your body has been created from has never been created. It has always been everlasting. It has been and is and will be the same all the time. Not that your body will, like your body has processes, like your body is degenerating, your body is getting altered, but still the atoms of it and the energy of it can never escape this, as I said, this blackness. If you look, when someone illustrates what the Big Bang was, they still illustrate that it was created in a space, because you see a black background and then you see a light beam, like boom, like that is expanding. But still, for it to expand, it needs to be within something even bigger. So like what I think is the ether. It is a container where there can happen multiple Big Bangs. I don't know what would happen if two Big Bangs explode near each other and they like meet each other, if they go through each other. But I think that it is a larger scale that we have not yet been able to do any calculations on. And like when we say that, oh yeah, it's expanding, yeah, what do we base that conclusion off? Like, we know that when we take a picture, that light travels, and it travels slower and slower, further and further away. So the closest object is more present than the object that is far further away. So, and when we are saying that it's expanding, yeah, maybe from this point that there was an explosion for our universe, it is expanding from a center, but that is still contained within a larger model that we have not yet been able to calculate. It's like it is like when we are thinking about our body. If we go back a few years in Sweden, we would think that, oh, we are a body, we are one body. But now in Sweden we have the understanding that this body that we truly are is made up of many microbiological bodies. There are small like mites, there are small bacteria, there are small insects, we can say, living inside your body. They are inside your blood, they are inside your organs, they are inside every part of you, helping your body to be able to maintain itself. And that's the same with the container that I'm telling you guys about. We think that it's one right now, but we will yet have to discover that it's multiple bodies bigger than we can analyze right now. And I think it's very interesting, like how these books that I have read has been verifying this, giving me scientific proof for it, logical proof. I cannot deny that there are multiple layers when I have been proven that there are multiple layers each time that I think that, oh, I have found the absolute one being. Then you realize that there are multiple, that one thing was made up of multiple things, and just as those multiple things can be thought to be one absolute thing, we can say that you find a coal atom and then a carbon atom, and then you think, oh, the carbon atom, it is the one. Like, imagine you are a small being living on, if we say that a carbon atom is a universe, and inside the carbon atom there is this galaxy, and inside the galaxy of the carbon atom there is these small beings, and they discover this, that their universe is living inside this carbon atom. They are still yet to learn that there are many other atoms. And I think that this medium that our like Big Bang was created in, that medium holds other like big atoms that these galaxies live within, and that they are different for, like, just as the different atoms are made different. I think that these mediums that allow creation, I think that they all look different, and they are contained within even a bigger medium. And then I think that that medium is one out of infinite amounts of different variations of mediums. And then I think that that medium, that those mediums are within, have an infinite variety of variation that makes up and is existent with even a bigger medium, and I think that goes on infinite, and I cannot deny that, because I have seen it being proven. Everything exists in a smaller and larger scale, and I have seen, yet every time I think, oh, I have found all the variations, then you learn that there are more variations, and there can be created more variations than what is present right now. All the time there are new variations being created, and what I'm saying with created is, as I have said, that it's not created, it is that it has been born at a certain place. Like, I cannot say that if a mouse gets born in my house, that it's the first mouse being created. I cannot say that the first mouse that I see in my house is the first mouse being created. How could I say that my house is the whole creation? I cannot say that. I hope that some of you guys can like grasp what I'm telling you, because this, like, if you would understand this, you will understand how much potential there is, how much yeah, there's a lot of potential. You don't need to worry. You can worry. It's understandable to be worried, and even when you understand that there are infinite amounts of variations, then you can start to think, well, what if I die? I will have no clue where I will end up, because the next life can be made up of infinite amount of potential that I have no information about. And for me, what I come to for kind of conclusion with that thought is that just do the best of what you can in this life. Try to find understanding, try to make sure that you're living healthy, take care of yourself, give right information to people, don't try to mislead people. There's one thing if you give out information about something that you don't know about and you think that you are right, but do not give out false information in the will to harm other people. That is one like rule that comes out of understanding this. Why would you want to lie to other people if you don't want to be lied upon yourself? Like, you have wanted to understand everything, and if you understand that everything is different variations coming from the same source, then it would be very, very evil to mislead people. And if someone is telling you something and then they believe that they are right, but you know that they are wrong. Like, if we are talking health, for example, someone says that you need to drink salt water, you're having a headache, and you know about biological processes about that thing yourself, that it's not good to drink salt water if you have a headache because it will dehydrate you. Like, then you can, what you are going to do then is that you are going to tell that person, I'm not going to listen to you, and I can tell you what it will happen if you drink salt water if you don't already know about it. This information that you are giving me is false, because salt dehydrates the body. Dehydration is one thing that speeds up headaches. And then if that person doesn't believe you, then you have the choice to give them the studies for it, or you can not give them the studies. And if you give them the studies and then they say, well, don't you know that these studies are published by these people and that they are lying to you? What you can do then is that you can go and you can verify it. Like, can it be this way? Like, can this person be right or can it be wrong? And if it turns out that that person is totally wrong and has told you that these people have been lying to you, because they want to harm you, but you find out that other people also say the same thing, and that it's verified by many doctors from different countries, then you should never talk to that person again. You should tell that person that, hey, you're giving out total misinformation. This is illegal to do, and if you will continue to do this to me, I will report you to the police. I don't want to have any contact with you right now. I hope that you think about what you are talking about, because this is very dangerous. To say something like that. You should never go beyond your limitations. Like, it can be dangerous. People will try to exhaust you, to make you start to not trust yourself, to not be rational. And you should keep a far distance from those, and you should treat information and knowledge as wisdom, and you should gain many wisdoms, because as I've said, there are infinite amounts of different varieties, different variations. I think this book will be something really big now when I have implemented this text on the secret knowledge about creation and the art of nature, written in Arabic, the original version of this. Yeah guys, I think this will be it for this week. I'm a bit tired today because I think I fell asleep like 4 in the morning. I had strange dreams, and then I woke up around 9. I've had like 5 hours of sleep, and it's so warm, like sweating, dehydrated. I haven't really eaten any breakfast yet, so I'll try to eat something, and then I will go out for a while. I think Cloud told me that I can continue working 2:50 p.m. Yeah, 2:50 p.m. I need to wait. Accidentally pressed the button now, so it's around 3 hours until I can continue. So I will take my time outside, trying to enjoy the sunshine. Maybe I should go swimming a bit. So yeah, I can show you guys the latest version of my program too, before I end this stream, I guess. Sometimes it's a bit buggy with this version of Plants vs Zombies, so I have to end it in the task manager. So this is the program today. I haven't made any new updates, but I can show you guys the interface of it. When you go into the interface, you see your health score. You can do reevaluate, and then you can see why it chooses this score. It is scanning your computer, telling you about the hardware, and it will have this checklist, and it will tell about all this. It says that my temp folder is not bloated. I have under 2 gigabytes of files in my temp folder. That is very nice. I have 15 gigabytes free on my C drive. That is not good. I need to get more. Recall is blocked. GPU hardware scheduling is enabled. So yeah, if you would go in here and we say you only do these, for example, if we do like this, I can show you. If you press run and then you go into the menu and you go into system map, you can see it live, what it's doing in the program. I think that is a cool feature that I have implemented. You can switch from dark to light theme in this menu too. You can switch the color here while you are in this menu also. No errors. So yeah, there is a lot you can do in this program now. There are all these presets, and when you have chose one, I have made it so it's lit like this, so you can see which one is chosen. That was like not working before. So now it's which one you have selected will be lit until you change into another one. And then also in the menu you have the install apps. You can install apps from here. You can uninstall apps. You can refresh to get the, if you install something new and it's not showing up, you can refresh, you can check. Like you need to scroll all the way down to get to the section where you can actually uninstall things. You see there's a difference here and here. These are grayed out and these are a bit lighter in color, and it says user. These say system and driver. You cannot choose these ones. They are locked by me. I have locked them so that you guys don't accidentally uninstall something that is important for a system. You can see here I have Antidote version 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, 2.0. I can uninstall those. It's doing a system restore point first. I think I accidentally uninstalled an app for a program in the... oh yeah, I did. Version 2.4. But that is not the latest version. Where is it? I'm a bit confused. So yeah, now I uninstall the program, but it's still working, that's great. You can visit my YouTube channel from this link. You can go into about the developer, you can read about me. You can read a short version of my dream that I had, that I talked about in the beginning of this video. So yeah, it's very interesting. You can press Twitch, YouTube, Kitāb, you can get to my different pages. The support antidote doesn't work yet. I still have to fix these two links. Like this one, I don't know, it seems to not be working. Like if you put in anything. Failed to calculate payments. So I don't know, I will have to look on that before anyone can donate anything to me. But it says here, antidote is free for everyone and always will be. Wait, my mother is calling me.
Cam Guy says, I'm not drunk yet, and then we will be this year.
Yeah, my mother just called me. So yeah, this stream will end now. I think I saw Cam Guy come in just now. But yeah, the stream is ending now. I've been streaming for a while. I've been streaming for 2 hours. But I will be back around... I will be going out for 3 hours. So I will be back in 3 hours. It will be 2:50 p.m. and I will be back in Swedish time. And right now it's 12:13 p.m. Or do you say a.m.? No, you say p.m. Or, yeah, you say 2:14 p.m. is the current time. I will be back in 2 hours and around 40 minutes. So I see you there. Bye bye.